Hi, today I'll be walking you through my beginner's guide to installing WordPress. Hi, my name is Christian. I'm a fellow developer at A Nerd's World. I've got over 7 years of experience within the WordPress realm and more years of experience within the web design world in general. Today I'll be talking to you about how to install WordPress for yourself. And not just installing WordPress, but also installing your first theme and getting it up and running. So for our first step, which is choosing your WordPress theme, we're going to start off with a few keywords to get us started within Google. In this case, we're searching Best WordPress Theme 2016. We hit search. You'll see multiple listings come up. But you can spend hours going through themes, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we've chosen one theme to work with called btheme. This is the landing page for it. Now, btheme itself is what's known as a master theme. It's got many different types of variations to it, which I'm going to show you right now, in various categories, whether you're looking for a business-related theme, or entertainment, or portfolio, or a one-pager, or let's say even an e-commerce setup. btheme has you covered. As you can see, it's got many variations. I believe they claim to have over 180 different types. So chances are, if it's your first time looking into a theme, btheme would be a very good theme to look at, just because of the sheer variety that it provides compared to other themes in the market. Let's say you have an auto performance shop and you've just opened up, you have top of line equipment, you want to start tuning cars for customers. Well, btheme has you covered. It's got a specific sub-theme called tuning. There you go. You can kind of have a preview of what the theme will look like structurally, from your navigation to the main sliding media area to the actual content. You can have your store hours, you can put statistics. So this can be your very own website where you can just plug in your information and essentially be ready to go, almost being a turnkey solution for you. So this is step 2, downloading and getting your files ready for the installation of WordPress. As you can see here, we have the wordpress.org homepage pulled up. This is where you will find the WordPress installed files. The most recent version as of this filming is WordPress 4.4.2. So you're going to want to go ahead and click on download. Top right, click download WordPress, and you'll be prompted to save it and download it. I'm not going to save it in this case. Next, you're going to want to download an FTP client. Now, there are many options within the market, but I would suggest a highly popular and free solution called FileZilla. It's supported on all platforms, regardless of whether you're running on Windows, Mac OS X, or Linux or Unix. Their website is filezilla-project.org, and you will find the download links right at the homepage. In addition to this, you will need to have downloaded your theme files, which, depending on where you source them from, you will have them in one format or another. But what's important is to have your theme files and WordPress files ready, as such, unzipped and ready to be transferred using the FTP client. So for step 3, you want to buy your hosting. Now, there are many options available within the market. However, some of the most popular ones are GoDaddy and Bluehost, which I've pulled up here. Now, once you've actually bought your hosting and you're logged in, you have your domain purchase and your hosting attached to it, what you want to make sure is that you set up your hosting environment to be ready to accept your WordPress files. To do so, WordPress requires a database, a username, and a password. You want to set those up in the back end of your hosting. And when you do so, in the hosting control panel, it's very important that once you create your user, in this case we have our user here, we have our database. When we're assigning the user to the database, we want to make sure that we click all privileges in the control panel and then make changes. Once you have your hosting ready to go, you're in a position to start uploading your files to your server. In this case, I'm using FileZilla, and I'm going to be uploading a fresh install of WordPress to it. So now that we've transferred all of our files over, we're in a position to start installing WordPress. As you can see here, we're at our link for our hosting where we have transferred the WordPress files, and we are now greeted by the WordPress installer. You want to hit continue. It'll ask you to have your information ready, your database name, username, password, and host. Click on Let's Go. You type in your respective information that you set up here. Okay. It'll ask you for a few things: your site title and your first user for the site. So in this case, we're going to call it our demo site, and our name. WordPress auto-generates a password, however, you can override it and put your own password and hit install WordPress. Upon doing so, you click on login. And you're in the back end. Now you've successfully installed WordPress. Congratulations. Okay, so now for our final step. We've uploaded WordPress, we've set up our hosting, we've installed WordPress. We're greeted by the dashboard. Now you're wondering, what does my site look like? Well, what you can do is go up to the top left corner, click on Visit Site, and this is what our actual first initial blank WordPress site looks like. It has our title, it has a sample post, and it has a sidebar. But now you're wondering, what about my theme? I've chosen this theme, I bought it, I have the files, what do I do with it? Well, that's a good question. You have two ways of approaching it. Either the easy way, you can go to Appearance, Themes. You can click on Add New Theme. You can use a free theme from within the WordPress market built into WordPress itself, or you can upload your own file by clicking Browse and then choose File. The other way, which I've done in the meantime for you, is using the FTP client. So similarly to how you uploaded your WordPress files, within the WordPress install, in the WP content, and then further within the themes folder, you can manually just transfer theme folder here. In our case, we're using a theme called Borderland, which I've uploaded in the meantime in between our steps. Now, since I've done that already, when I go to themes, I have my theme right here, Borderland. To activate it, I click Activate, and WordPress now shows us and acknowledges that it's installed. In the case of this theme, there are a few more steps to set it up properly. Right now, setting it up just by installing it starts to style some of the aspects in WordPress, like the logo, the navigation, and the main site itself. But you have to actually install a few more plugins in this case. So to make this theme fully work, we go to Begin Installing Plugins, which come pre-packaged with the theme. In this case, you want to click this little checkbox to select them all at the same time. Under this drop-down menu, you go to Install, Apply. Once WordPress is done, you click this link to return to required plugins installer. You reselect them, and under the bulk actions menu, you click Activate and Apply. And now you have half of the theme options installed. The next step is to go to Elated Options and import. That's our master control for our theme. Within Borderlands demo content importing system, we have a choice of choosing any one of their 12 layouts. For this purpose, we'll go with the first one, Sierra. For import type, we'll import everything, content, widgets, options, and we'll also import attachments. Our browser asks us to confirm. We click OK. Our import is now complete. We want to go to the front end and refresh. And you will see that we now have our theme pretty much set up. So, once again, my name is Christian. I'm a developer at A Nerd's World. I hope that you enjoyed my tutorial today about installing your very own WordPress and theme. And not just that, but setting it up. But in case you've had difficulty following along and you're trying but you're not able to install it yourself and get it working, feel free to give us a shout at A Nerd's World. I should have said that differently.